You guys doing Saturday morning? Woo, yeah! Love the weekends, man. Just thought I'd do a quick bench update. Hope you're doing well out there in the world. And been pretty busy on the bench, when I could squeeze some time in. Getting a little diverted, trying to get the shops, sort of reset up and organized. So getting a little diverted on projects, but had a couple things I wanted to show you. And appreciate you tuning in. So let's get started, shall we? Things are coming along swimmingly on the 50 Chevy pickup. Got the I'm basically almost done. Got the interior installed in the cab and glass installed, and I just basically need to install the firewall on the wheel wells. I realized the wheel wells needed to be painted on the inner wheel wells. I hadn't painted those, so I just got those painted, and engine drivetrain installed in the chassis, and the little bare metal foil on that door handle, and so I got that stuff basically done, and I just need to put the radiator in, wheel wells, firewall, and bumpers. But I did get slightly diverted with a couple other projects. One, I've been working on this 53 panel that I had. Got it all stripped out, and this is a rebuild. Got the body all smoothed up, primered, and ready to go. I realized wanted to do something different. Had the 69 Nova Copa kit that had no body. I think a slot car guy got to it. So I decided, wouldn't that be fun? Did I already tell you this? Forgive me if I already told you this. Wouldn't that be fun if I could make this Nova chassis and drivetrain fit inside this 35? And after a little bit of trimming, I had to trim a little off the back and take the rear wheel wells out. It actually fits pretty well. At this point, I'm just trying to make the wheels line up. Fronts line up pretty well. I just want to make sure I get the rear axle centered in the rear wheel wells. This is actually the original frame. I was kind of comparing it, but I kind of have one of the rear leaf springs flipped and semi mocked up, so I can basically mark where I want to install the rear end in there, and then I'll get that installed and we'll start assembling that. The base engine's been coated, and some of the engine parts have been primed. So we'll get that going. Once I make the commitment on the rear axle, the rear end, get that installed, and the fronts, we'll start assembling that. I was digging through my box today. I think these are the wheels I'm going to actually go with. And it sits pretty low. It's going to be semi-rat rod, but with that Copo 427 horse Chevy big block will be kind of cool in there. And so that's kind of sidetracked me a little bit. Also, what sidetracked me is just general organization. Trying to get my shop kind of back on its feet again. Getting organized. My wife brought this home from the dollar store yesterday. Isn't that nice? Getting everything organized, trying to find my stuff, trying to figure out what I'm missing and get things reordered, things like that. I went through old boxes of parts to try to figure out what I have in terms of spare parts, and I was finding a lot of old builds. Here's an old build. I don't even remember when I did it, but I think I was having some fitment issues at the very end, and I abandoned the project. It was kind of a shame, but I have no idea where the hood is. But I believe this was a hardtop, and I made it into a convertible. I'm not really sure. It could have been a convertible. I'm not really sure. I just don't honestly remember, but it turned out pretty good, right? I think that's that Tester's airbrush paint, and kind of cool. I wish I could do that lowrider paint job, but I'm just not that skilled. But I don't know, I was kind of digging the way that looked. I love that color, man. Found a couple other builds, and I think about maybe polishing up and finishing off the Fast and Furious 370Z I did who knows when, years ago. Little dirt track car I built. Kind of dig that. think the wheel fell off, so I'm going to do a little repair and maybe polish that up a little bit. But the big news, my friend, is I'm finally getting my Airbrush Booth back together. I talked to a couple people, man. Was it TC Wags? Shoot, I forget the name of his channel. We talked a little bit about the paint booth he built, which is beautiful. He used a Ventworks design, got a nice Granger extractor, and they have some great parts for sale, but it was just a little out of my budget. I'm not quite sure I have the space for something like that, so I went back to my old standby. I've used the tote method for years. This is probably my fourth one that I've gone through. I would typically use the bathroom fan and a 4-inch ducting. Decided to up my game a little bit this time and give this duct booster fan a try. These are on Amazon for like 20 bucks, and I went 6-inch. So I got this beautiful 6-inch fan. Got this ducting finally came in. This was kind of what I was waiting for. This ducting is nice, man. It's ABS coated on the outside. I think it's for grow rooms or something, but it's a little more durable. This is a 25-foot piece. I got this vent hood collar. It's also 6-inch mounted. This is kind of nice. It comes with a gasket with a kind of like a sticker. You peel off the paper and it sticks to it. So I got that mounted. Made a nice 6-inch hole in here. So basically the plan is to take the duct fan. I think I'm going to mount it. I think I'm actually going to mount it up here and run a small piece of duct from the booth up to that. And then right now, so basically the idea is I need to get a hole in the wall somewhere, and this is an outside wall, but that's stucco. And that's a project for another day. Probably long term, I'm going to try to penetrate the wall and install a dryer duct vent to the outside. But for now, I'm just going to, since I got this 25-foot heavy-duty ducting, I think what I'm going to do is just plumb it up and open the garage door and just roll it out in the driveway. I actually got an end cap for the end of the duct to hopefully protect it a little bit. And so basically, that duct, I've been waiting 3 weeks for that. I realize this is an essential thing from Amazon, but come on, man. I missed the 2-day shipping. This literally took 3 weeks to get here. So I've just been waiting on that. Hopefully going to put that together this weekend and I can start spraying. I had the tote kind of dark in there. I'd like to get a light for that. I'd like to actually paint it, but I don't know. We'll see how that goes. A light for sure. Speaking of lights, I upgraded my shop lights, like those. Got this 4-pack LED kit from Amazon. Really lights up my bench and this dark side of the garage quite a bit. Off, on. So this side of the garage is always really dark. So slowly but surely getting it together. Really stoked about getting my paint booth going. I pulled out my brushes and took a look at them and what paint I still had left. I actually ordered some scale finishes today, so I'm going to try to keep this all acrylic. I'm well aware of the dangers of an inline fan, people. Done my homework. To each his own. Save your comments. But I've used an inline fan for at least 10 years and never had an issue, so not too concerned with it. I would rather have that Granger fan, but the fan alone was 90 bucks, and the adapter plate was another 40 bucks. It just started adding up, and I just didn't have the cash. I think total with these really nice parts, I'm into this probably $80, and I'm ready to go, man. So that's what we got, my friends. Let me flip this around so I can see myself. Hey, so that's basically it, my friends. I'm busy. I'm working. Doing the family thing and trying to squeeze in modeling where I can, and trying to stay healthy. And I hope you are too, my friends. So with that, I went through all these boxes. Look at these. I've had these boxes for years. There was so much cool stuff in here. I found some gems. I got parts I didn't even know I had. But and a lot of unfinished projects. So I got plenty to do. Plenty to do. But I'm pretty stoked. Got to finish off the 50 and spend some time on the 35 panel. Because I don't know, it's just gonna. It should be interesting. My Frankenstein build. So. Anyway, my friends, I'm going to end it here. I hope you're doing well where you are. This is Dave Parker, Scale Model Customs, the Scale Model Customs Garage. Wishing you all the best.